Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the topic transmission media. Okay. In computer networks, transmission media plays an important role to transfer data from source to destination. Okay. What we can formally define a transmission medium as? A transmission medium can be defined as anything that can carry information from a source to a destination. Okay, here in the picture there is a sender and there is a receiver. In between there is a transmission medium. The medium may be anything, a cable or free space or air. What we can say is air. Okay, so these two act as a medium, okay, to transfer data from sender to receiver. Okay, these transmission media are classified into two categories. The first one is guided and second one is unguided. Okay, guided medium means there is a physical existence of a medium. Okay, for example, cables, so wires, they are classified as guided media. So guided media, again it is subdivided into three categories. First one is twisted pair cable, second one is coaxial cable, third one is fiber optic cable. Okay, then unguided media, or we can call it as wireless media. So it is the free space. We can transfer our electromagnetic waves in the free space. Okay. Okay, then guided media. Okay, here in this guided media there is a physical medium. Okay, the medium is physically present. Okay, they can be subdivided into three categories. Okay, twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and then fiber optic cable. We can also call it as bounded media. Through this medium we can transfer the signals from the sender to receiver. The first one of guided media is twisted pair. Okay, twisted pair, it's a pair of cables that's twisted with each other. Okay, it is cheap compared to other transmission media. Installation of this also very easy, and it is lightweight cable. The frequency range of twisted pair cable is from 0 to 3.5 kilohertz. Okay, usually the twisted pair cable consists of two insulated copper wires, okay, arranged in a regular spring pattern. So here is the image. It shows how the twisted pair looks like. Okay, twisted pair then subdivided into two categories. One is unshielded twisted pair and another one is shielded twisted pair. So here in this image we can differentiate them. So in untwisted, so the left one is the unshielded twisted pair. Here there is no any shielding. The two wires are twisted. Okay, they are insulated by a plastic cover. But in shielded twisted pair there is a metallic shield or a metal mesh which insulates or which shields the twisted pairs of cables. So here these two are the difference between them. Okay, what an unshielded twisted pair and what are its characteristics? Let's see. An unshielded twisted pair is widely used in telecommunication. Okay, then EIA, Electronic Industries Association, has developed some standards to classify these unshielded twisted pair cable into 7 categories. Okay, according to their usage they can be classified. So, or for the application, for what application we are going to use, we can select from these ranges cables. We can select the cable from the range. Okay, so the cable's quality is determined by their numbers. So 1 from 1, it is the lowest quality, then to the 7 has the highest quality. So the quality get increased in ascending order. So here in this table the categories of unshielded twisted pairs are listed. Okay, so go through this. categories. Okay, what are the advantages? Okay, so let's see the advantages. First one, it is cheap. It's compared to other transmission media, it is cheap. Installation also easy. It can be used for high speed LANs. So these are the advantages. Apart from the advantages, it also has some disadvantages. So the disadvantage is that the cable can only used for shorter distance because of attenuation. So it creates attenuation. That's why it's only used for small distances, to cover small distant area only. Then shielded twisted pair. Okay, this version of twisted pair wire has been introduced by IBM. It uses metal foil or braided mesh that covers or encases the pair of insulator conductors. So what is the purpose of using that metal casing is that it improves the quality of cable, which means it prevents of noise or crosstalk penetration. Okay, it is bulkier and more expensive. Okay, what are its characteristics? Its characteristics are the cost of the shield twisted pair is not very high, not low. So it's medium, and compared to other media, it's slightly costlier. Okay, installation also easy. It has high capacity to transfer than the unshielded twisted pair cable. It has higher attenuation. Okay, it's shield that provides higher data transmission rate. Okay, we can achieve higher data transmission rates. Okay, it also has some disadvantages. The first one is it is expensive compared to UTP, that's unshielded twisted pair. Okay, and coaxial cables. Okay, it is expensive than them. Then it has a higher attention rate. Okay, these are the disadvantages of using shielded twisted pair. Coaxial cable, the second type of guided transmission media is coaxial cable. Okay, it carries a signal of a higher frequency than in twisted pair cable. So its image is here. Instead of twisted pair, it has a coax cable. Okay, it has a coax which has central core conductor of solid of standard wire. Okay, usually it is copper, made of copper. It has an insulating sheath. Then the insulator is again covered by metal foil or braid or a combination of two. So this outer metallic wrapper serves as a shield against noise and as a second conductor which completes the circuit. This outer conductor is also enclosed in an insulating sheath. The whole cable is protected by a plastic cover, so it is very well protected. So coaxial cable standards. So radio government ratings characterize these coaxial cable standards. So the number and their use has been listed in the table. So go through them. Types of coaxial cable. Okay, there are two types of coaxial cables. First one is baseband transmission. Second one is broadband transmission. Okay, so what is a baseband transmission? It is defined as the process of transmitting a single signal at high speed. Okay, it can transmit only single signal at high speed. What broadband means is defined as the process of transmitting multiple signals simultaneously. Okay, so broadband transmits multiple signals at a time. Okay, then advantages of coaxial cable. The data can be transmitted at high speed. Okay, high speed. It has better shielding as compared to twisted pair cable. It also provides higher bandwidth. Okay, then disadvantages of coaxial cable are It is more expensive as compared to twisted pair cable. If any fault occurs in the cable, causes the failure in the entire network. Then third one is a fiber optic. So fiber optic is made up of, it is a cable that is made up of glass or plastic. Okay, it transmits signals in the form of light. So this uses the concept of reflection to guide light through a channel. So the glass in the cable has a plastic core and that is surrounded by a cladding of lens or plastic. Okay, so here in this image you can see how a fiber optic works. The center sends the signal, it get reflected in the inner core of the cable. Okay, it reaches the receiver then. So propagation modes of twisted pair cable. There are two propagation modes, multimode and single mode. A multimode is again subdivided into step index and graded index. So these are listed here. So how the modes of transmission in fiber optic happens. Okay, first one is multimode step index. Okay, then second one is multimode graded index, and final one is single mode. Single mode is just transfer, it get transfer in a straight line. Okay, then advantages, it has higher bandwidth, it also has less signal attenuation, it has a greater immunity to electromagnetic interference and also resistant to corrosive materials. It's also lightweight to carry, then it has greater immunity to tapping. Okay, disadvantages, okay, it has a disadvantage also. The first one is installation and maintenance. Okay, it's very hard to install and maintain. Then second one is unidirectional light propagation. Propagation of light is in unidirectional. If we need bidirectional communication, two fibers are needed. It also costly. Okay, thank you.